everybody, I'm Tom Vasel, and welcome to Look Back. This is where we take a look at reviews that I did 1, 5, and 10 years ago. Actually, today's an interesting video to me because this is the last time I will be talking about written reviews, because in a few weeks we'll be moving to video reviews that I've done, because I started doing video reviews 10 years ago. But that being said, let's take a look first at reviews that I did last year. So first of all, we have Oh Captain. Melody and I took a look at this one. It's kind of a game where you're like basically lying, like, ooh, is this a treasure card I'm giving you or a bad card? There's a little bit more convolution in it than that. It's a really beautiful game. There's a lot of cool stuff to it. It just felt like it could have been maybe slightly more streamlined. Festival of 1,000 Cats, same problem. This is a trick-taking game where you're trying to play the right cards at the right time, and it has a really complex scoring system. Not really complex, but trick-taking games for me should be faster and smoother. It's a good game, but it could have probably have been better. Fantastic Gymnastics is just a silly thing where you press the button at the right time and the guy jumps. Okay, it was super amusing for a while. Yeah, now I might use it as a who starts a game. That's pretty much it. Then we have Princess Mina Junior Rummy. This is a game to teach kids how to play rummy using Princess Mina. This is the second game in Haba that uses this theming of princesses and stuff. It worked well. My kids liked it. It was a good way to teach a classic game to them. Valletta. This is like a Euro deck builder. It's kind of intriguing. You're just trying to build houses and get points in various ways, but doing so by building a deck of cards. And it almost feels like it was designed 10 years ago, I guess, but it still works and is fun. Then we have Cities of Splendor. Melody and I took a look at this expansion for Splendor, and it has one module that I don't like at all, the cities actually. The other 3 modules are good, they're fine. It's not what I would consider to be a necessary expansion, but if you want a little bit of change up, it adds these modules. It says they're not supposed to be played together, but I think you can if you want to. CV Pocket. Okay, so this is based on Civilizations, a much smaller game, or actually built on CV, not Civilization, sorry, CV, a game about a life. A really small little card game, a little bit of drafting involved, but it was actually pretty good. I was very impressed with how much game there was for how small it is. Then we have How to Rob a Bank. This is a one versus all, where one person's controlling the robbers, the bank guards, and everyone else is controlling robbers trying to get in, as you're trying to basically program a little bit to move around. I just saw a bigger, nicer version of it come out. It's very impressive what's in this game. You know, all the stuff that's in the game, I like it a lot. Whistle Stop. Now you'll notice this one has gone up for me because the expansion, Rocky Mountains, really adds a lot. We'll be reviewing that actually in a few weeks. But this game keeps growing on me. It has a little bit of Metro, pickup and delivery. When I first played it, I was like, this is good. But each successive play of it, I like it more. Very impressive little game. Banned Words. This is a game I thought was one of those adult party games, but it's not. Banned Words is simply kind of like Taboo, except the other team is writing down words that if you say them, they get a point. So you're trying not to say words to give clues out that you think your opponents wrote down. Really fun. And then Bunny Kingdom. This one keeps going up. I love drafting. I love grids. I love placing the bunnies. This is, of all the games I played last year, this is easily in the top 10 most played, and it's easily in the top 5 of most taught. I've taught this game many times because it just works so well. Clank in Space. Just had an expansion come out. Do I like it better than Clank? I'm still thinking I like it about the same as Clank. It's really cool, it's modular, it's in space, the theme is better, it's more gamery, it makes you go farther in. All those good options, I like it. Great deck builder. Clank is easier to teach and fast, so I probably will play them both about the same. But Clank in Space is quite good. All right, I'll have to look 5 years ago. 5 years ago, Dungeon Roll. This is kind of a pusher luck style game going into a dungeon that just did not work for me at all. I like the packaging, I like the idea, but meh, it just came out as a resounding meh. Then we have Maximum Throwdown. This is essentially a game where you're throwing cards. That's called Maximum Throwdown. These are okay. There's a lot of games you toss cards, throw cards, drop cards, and this fits in that category. Not a lot of strategy unless you're like an expert card thrower. Agent Hunter. This is a really interesting back and forth 2-player game that I have kind of played out now as the years have gone by. It's still fine. It's still interesting to see the back and forth. You know, am I playing this agent? Are you playing that agent? Which one? And I would play it with a 2-player game. Maybe just not as excited as I once was. Corporate America. It's a game about being a wicked, evil corporation. So this might hit too hard right now. It's all fake and silly corporations and things like that. And you're trying to get politics to pass laws to help your corporations. It sounds less enticing when I say it that way, but the game itself is fun. The Little Prince, Make Me a Planet. This is a game in which you're basically building a grid and trying to make a nice little planet from the Little Prince books. I like the look of the game. I like the feel of the game, and it's nice, and you're trying to just basically score the most points as you place tiles out. What's he building in there? This one here has gone down a little for me. It's a worker placement game. I love the theming of the game. You're a mad scientist. You're trying to build this big doomsday thing. It's a little on the rails. As I play it more and more, I find myself, you have to do a few things in this game. You have to follow a few things, and I wish it wasn't so much that way, but I still like the premise, and it is fun. I think it could have been more fun had it been a little bit more open. And then I reviewed Star Wars Queen's Gambit. It didn't come out 5 years ago. I just re-reviewed it, I guess, and it is fantastic. Still fantastic. Played it this year, actually. Had a great time. Love the look of this game. Love the feel. Sure, it's based on Star Wars Episode 1, a movie a lot of people don't like, but I don't care. This is just, it brings the theme out. It's fantastic. It's a grail game, hard to find, but I love it. All right, 10 years ago, I took a look at Pizza Bake Off. This is a game for kids, in which you are basically collecting cards for ingredients to finish up pizza. Simple game, works. Pounce, a little bit of a cat game, learning to play the right cards at the right time. Also great for kids. Portobello Market. This is like an abstractish style game about connecting markets, and this is from Playroom Entertainment. They were basically making kids games at the time, but this game here, this connection one, was simple and fast, like a gateway style game. Haven't really heard anyone talk about it for years, but it was a good game. Railways of Europe. This is Railways of America brought over to Europe. Is a new map. It was basically an expansion to the original game, and just offered a few different variants and minor things. So a good map. Through the Ages. I would go up and down on this one. I gave it I don't remember what I gave it at the time, but it has an 8 for me now. The new edition of it is really, really fantastic. This is Sid Meier's Civilization in a box, really. So if you're looking for that, great game. And finally, Say Anything. Say Anything, which I guess they're coming out with the 10th anniversary this year, is a game in which you ask a category like, what would be the worst thing to eat in breakfast cereal? Everyone writes an answer down. You turn them in. We look at them. We all laugh at them. Then everyone votes on which answer they think I'm going to pick. So I'll pick an answer like, oh, definitely spiders would be the worst thing or whatever. And then you get points if you pick the same answer I did. You also get points if I pick yours. A nice combo, works in all different groups. The way groups answer is going to determine how the game flows back and forth. It's fun. I don't play it nearly as much now. When it came out, there was very few great party games. Now there's a ton more, so it's leveled down a bit for me, but it's still a lot of fun, and I look forward to trying the new edition coming out this year. All right, well, that's it. Those are the games that I reviewed 1, 5, and 10 years ago. Until next time, I'm Tom Vasel, and you've been watching Look Back on the Dice Tower.